This meeting is being recorded.
とりあえず
フラビオさん。
はい、フラビオさん、Good morning, good afternoon,
Good night.
bye bye. あ、ハワイ、ハワこの人
クレアさんですか？
あ、クレアさん。あ、クレアさん、How are you? How do I do? How do I do? Muchas gracias, Ekio-san.
Muchas gracias.
Buenos noches.
Buenas noches.
So, what I just want to say at the beginning is, do you know much about the very famous Japanese the master Ryokan? Ryokan is quite much popular in all over the world, all over the world. Then he said, he teaches what he teaches say. You see, wait a minute. Let's see. See, this one. See, this one is book. This one is a book. See, more in a way. So this one is a book, but this one is not a book. See, this one. This one is a kind of thing, but this one is another kind of thing. He just teaches. What he just wanna teach you. See, this one is a book. This one is a book, but this one is not a book. See, this one is this one. This one is a this one. See, but this one is not a this one. This is very important. The way of teaching. As far as we just realize who we are. You see? This one is dead. But this one is another dead. See, what he just wanna teach us is this one never say, I am this one. Who says so? Who says so? The people who just face to this one say this one is dead. But this one never say this one is dead. See? This is a very important thing. Listen. See? This one, people think of this one is what we think of the self. But this one never say this one is the self. This one is myself. This one never says so. People say so. See? This is a very important thing to realize who we are. See? We are completely deceived by thinking or concept or view, the human viewpoint. See? This will never say I am what we think of the self. Think of the self. People say so. They say this is what we think of the self. See, we should not be deceived by thinking. This is a very important thing. That's the Master Ryokan. See, just want to teach us. Never be deceived by thinking. Or concepts or viewpoints. Unfortunately, people completely deceived by thinking. See? That's the reason. once what we're thinking about, thinking of the viewpoint of concept, completely ceased, or completely disappeared. Then you may be able to just realize, oh, reality is entirely different from concept or thinking. Otherwise, you never be able to just separate from thinking. So to always you try to do anything by thinking. So that's causes us trouble. Once you just completely separate from thinking, then you'll be able to what the reality is. What's the essential self is. But it's easy to say, but it's totally difficult to do so. But never give up. Never be. Our essential self is so great, tremendous. See, what we think about the self is not a comparable at all. So huge. That's the reason we have to do. We have to realize who we are. It's the most valuable things we can do. Right. So now, now we go back to today's text number 2. Number 2. It's titled say the life of being now. The life of being now. See? People say, now I'm doing this. Now I try to this. See? This now. This is now is a creation of a thinking. That is not a reality. See? In another word, I may say, when you say, now I am doing this, that's now is a past. Not now at all. See, this is a very important thing. See? Right now. You never be able to just, you never be able to aware of right now. See? What's right now is when I face this, I simply become one with this. This is right now. See? Simply become one. That is right now, at the moment. At the moment is right now. You never be aware of it. See? If you can just aware of it. Oh, I'm doing right now. This and that. That is the past. That is things already happened in past. That is another love. Not now. You never be able to just realize what now is. See? This is a very important thing. Okay. Then living in the now. The life of being now is living in now, in the now. We are exactly living in now. See? But unfortunately, see, people are always living in past or future. We are living in exactly right now, but people are just living in past. Well, maybe you may say present or future. But people never living in right now. People never be living in right now. See? This is a very important thing. And this causes us trouble, question, problem. See? Although we are just living right now, exactly right now, no doubt at all. But unfortunately, people just living in the past, present, each. In other words, people are just living in the thinking. See, thinking or the viewpoint. That is not true. That is not a truth. The reality is right now when I face it. I simply become as it is and end. Nothing left at all. Then what's happened with the people is the people just recognize what people just faced. And then there is a certain separation between this and this. Then people know much about what people are doing, but that is a delusion. That is a delusion. The reality, when I face this, you see, that I simply become as it is, and nothing left at all. See, that's the reason we never have any trouble. Nothing there. See, but people don't know much about this reality. Very unfortunate. So that's the reason we have to do zazen. See, the more you do the zazen, the more you become what you face to right now. Eventually, there is no separation between this and this. Oneness. Then you'll be able to realize what's the reality is, what's right now is. Yeah, otherwise, it's totally impossible to just realize what's right now is. Okay, so what the Jinen Roshi just teach us with number two. Don't say it's beautiful without saying it. Don't say it's a trivial without hearing it. See, what again those just want to teach us is, see, we will always try to do by or with thinking. See? But thinking is not true. See? People don't know much about this. See? What the thinking is, when I face this, see? I simply become as it is. Then everything is done. Nothing left. And then we just recognize this. So there is a certain, separation between this and this. See, they will be able to just recognize what it is. They also we just recognize this one as a self or the I. See, this is not a reality. Reality is already already disappear. See, already before recognition. See? What people thinking about, see, the things what things happen between this and this. See, there is a certain separation. See, this is the people think about. This is a reality. This is a kind of delusion. See, reality is, see, totally become one. See, then and nothing left. People don't know much about this reality. Very unfortunate. Totally misunderstanding, totally delusion. See? This reality, see, Shakyamuni Buddha just realized. See? So great. Even I just talk about what the reality is. People never understand it, even in concept. That much. See, people are attached. People attached to thinking or the human viewpoint. People never separate. People never be able to separate from this human viewpoint or thinking. See, that is another reality. That's causes trouble thinking, the trouble question, and problem. But unfortunately, people don't know much about this reality. That's the reason we have to do a zazen. You see, if we just realize who we as I just mentioned about our essential selves is so tremendous, see? Uncountable, incredible. See? That's the reason that the Shakyamuni Buddha or patriarchs just recommend us to do that. Otherwise, we never be able to just encounter the essential self. Right. Very great. Okay. Don't say it's beautiful without seeing it. Don't say it's trivial without hearing it. We have to make sure. We have to make sure what it is. See, we have to make sure what it is by eyes, ears, the nose, the mouth, and the body, and the thinking. See, just make sure. But what the people are doing right now, what the people are doing is always people just try to understand or try to know much about what it is by thinking. Yeah? It's a total misunderstanding. Yeah? That's the reason. That's the reason people have to be confused. Yeah? Thinking is because thinking is another truth. We should make sure what it is by eyes or ears, but people never do it. Yeah? What people understand what it is by thinking. People think of that is a reality. It's a delusion. Okay, that's the reason the Jinen Roshi have to say, don't say it's beautiful without saying it. Don't say it's trivial without hearing it. See? Just simply make sure, what it is by eyes, by six senses. Then you'll be able to understand what the reality is. See? Okay. Don't say it's so beautiful without seeing it. Don't say it's trivial without hearing it. Whatever situation we are in, whatever condition we experience, we are all living in the now. Exactly. No doubt. We are although we are everybody just living in right now. But unfortunately, we never be in right now. We never be in right now. We are always in thinking. That's the reason people don't know much about what right now is. When I feel this, when I feel this, I simply become as it is. This these are the conditions, what this situation just happened in right now. Right now. So there is nothing concerned with what we think of the self. See? Just what it is. See? But people don't know much about this. People just always see, recognize this one as the self, as I. And the people just try, and people always try to see what it is by what you think about the self or I. This is total misunderstanding. There is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. So what we think of the self never exists. See, never exists. This and that. After you just recognize this, then what do you think about the self come out in your mind? That's later. Later, now, right now, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing come out. Nothing come. Nothing exists because no separation. People don't know much about this reality, so that the people always be deceived by thinking. Unfortunately, the first person who realized this reality is the Shakyamuni Buddha. He is so wonderful, tremendous. See, by thinking or concept or viewpoint, you never just realize this reality. Even I just talked about what's going to happen right now. People never understand it. People never understand it. Even in concept, even in thinking. People don't know much about it. Oh, what are you talking about? People ask me, what are you talking about? You know, I'm talking about yourself. But people never understand it. See, this is what we think about self. This much, what we think about the self is completely separate from the essential of ourself. That's the reason we have to do zazen. It's very miserable. It's very miserable. We are exactly ourselves, no doubt at all. But people don't know much about who we are. We are exactly ourselves, but people don't know much about who we are. This is such a miserable thing. So that's the reason we have to do nothing. Okay. Whatever situation we are in, whatever condition we experience, we are all living in the now. No doubt, definitely. But people don't know much about what's right now. See, but as I just mentioned, people say, now I am doing. No, that's a misunderstanding. Now I am doing it is a part. See, you never know much about what right now is. Once, if you just realize, if you realize what right now, what now is a part, that is not the, because you never be able to realize what you realize, what's oneness is. See? If you can just realize right now what's right now, that is delusion. Unfortunately, that is a delusion. But people don't know much about that. Yeah, unfortunate. Right. Right now, we never be able to just realize. Because one, as exactly as it is. See? If you can just recognize the things, there is a certain separation between the things and what you think about it. There is a certain separate discrimination between things and this. This is not true. Okay. So whatever this is a place from which the body and mind of the self can never leave. Always we are just living. We are always we are living in right now. We never be able to separate from right now. See, but as I just mentioned, see, people always living in the thinking. See? Not now. People just living in thinking. See? Thinking is another reality. That's the reason, as I just mentioned, that situation causes us problem, question, trouble. See? Right now, right here, exactly we are living in. But people don't know much about what it is, what the situation is. See? If people just living in right now, right here, see, they never have any trouble. They never have any trouble. If people just living in right now, right here, people never have any trouble because there is nothing exists. There is nothing exists. That's the reason. See, we never have any trouble. Nothing exists. People don't know much about it. So we are just living. We are just living this way. But people don't know much about it. If even I just say we are just living right now, right here. So we never have any trouble. People say, what? what is it? What is it? See, what it is? No, that's your situation right now. You never have anything. Well, people never understand it. See, people never understand it. That's much people don't know much about who they are. If we are just living in right now, right here, we never have any trouble. There is nothing concerned with. There is nothing concerned with what we think about the suffering. Not much. We are completely free from everything. Unfortunately, that's the reason Shakyamuni Buddha or patriarchs just recommend us to do that. Basically, fundamentally, we never have any trouble. Our existence, the essential existence is nothing concerned with the trouble, the question, or question, trouble, and problems. But very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. People always say, I have this kind of trouble, I cannot. Well, what kind of person you're talking about? What kind of person are you talking about? I'm talking about myself. That's a delusion. That's a delusion. People don't know much about anything. People don't know much about anything, unfortunately. But people know much about lots of trivial, trivial murder. It doesn't help us anything. You see, it can't help us anything. It's caused us a trouble. Even lots of knowledge or kind of academical things, but it's caused us trouble. Very unfortunate. So this is a place from which the body and the mind of the self can never leave. That's the reason. That's the reason Shakyamuni Buddha just say, we are completely, we are completely free from everything. We never have any trouble because everybody living right now, right here. See, they just mentioned right now, right here is there is the incredible changing, incredible change. What's the incredible changing age? See, the 10,000 changing in a second. 10,000 changing in a second. That is a kind of incredible changing. 10,000 changing in a second. Not in a day, in a year. 10,000 changing in a second. You never be able to just recognize. That's much. That's my switch changing. Right now, right now. So, see, there is nothing. There is nothing exists in this quick switch changing. Nothing exists. See? That's the reason we never have any trouble. Nothing exists. Even what we think of the self never exists. That's the reason we never have any trouble. See, that's the reason we have to do that. What you're thinking about, what you're thinking about the self is creation of a thinking. It's a totally not the reality at all. It's a delusion. Okay. Where is it? So that's the reason. See, this is called this is called Genjo. Genjo koan is a Master Dogen just described Genjo koan. What is Genjo koan? Is the manifestation. Is when I felt dead. See, I simply become as it is. I felt dead. I simply become as it is. Without doing. Without doing the without self. Quickly change. See, see, when my eyes is just move this way. See, how many changes just happen? See? Only this moment. See, only this movement. You see, maybe less than a second. How many changes just happened? You see? Yeah? But thinking never follow. Thinking never follow this change, but eyes, eyes exactly change. Eyes just follow what's changing. This one is so great. Thinking so. Thinking is another trustworthy, but eyes is so great. You see, but unfortunately, people care much about. People attach the thinking of the human viewpoint too much. That's it. That's it. It's caused us trouble. Okay. So that's the reason what you have to do. Whether you just want to take a thinking or thought, or this kind of the movement of the six senses. It's up to you. See? This is called Genjukon. It's always there before, like and dislike, good and bad. We encounter it, we accept it, and we live with it at the same time, at the same place, and with the same person. This is known as koan, ultimate reality. Where everyone of us is in a position from which we cannot escape. See? What are the just want to say? See? Oneness. See? When I face this, I simply become one with it. See? That's the reason you don't know much about which is which. You don't know much about which is which. So the people know much about which is. That's gorgeous. See, when I feel this, I simply become as it is. See? There is no separation. See, that is the oneness. See? You never be able to which is which because of oneness. See? And that's the reason the Gyanas just teach here. See, it is always there. It is already here, right now. See, this is always right now. Before like and dislike, good or bad, just happen. Before, see, like or dislike or good or bad, just happening in thinking. See, thinking. But before thinking, before recognition, see, before recognition, see, it is always there. See, when I face this, I simply become as it is, oneness. See, always happy. See, then you just recognize what it is. The kind of separation just happen between this and this. This is not a reality. Reality is to becoming one. Becoming one. And the completely end as it is. Nothing less. People don't know much about this reality. People know much. What people know much about is after recognition. After recognition, that is not true. The illusion. People don't know much about it. That's the reason we have to do that thing. Okay. We encounter it right now. We encounter it. They become one. See, we don't know much about which is way. See, we encounter it. We accept it. When I see this, I simply accept what it is. There is no separation between this and that. So that we simply accept it without any condition, without any like or dislike, or without any good and bad. Simply just accept it. See? And we live with it at the same time, exactly as it is, same time. See? No gap at all. Exactly when I face it, I simply become as it is. No gap, no gap at all as far as the time is concerned. See? Even time is concerned. At the same place, exactly same place. Exactly same place. No different at all. And with the same person, as exactly when I face this, I simply become the person, this person, this person, this person. Yeah. Very great. Without doing anything. Without person from which we cannot escape. We cannot. Why he says so? See, we simply become as it is. See, there is no gap. See, nothing other just happen exactly as I face it. See? So you never just escape. You never be able to escape from this reality. When I face this, when I face this, see, when I face this, see, I simply become as it is. See? whatever I just do, I simply become as it is. See? This tremendous reality, people always miss it. Unfortunately, that's the reason people don't know much about who they are. This is the most important aspect. If we just realize who we are. Okay. That's it. This is known as a core, ultimate reality. See? All, nothing different happened. Come on. Exhaustivity. No doubt at all. No doubt that this is your activity, daily activity. So we never have any question. We never have any question to reality, all the reality, as it is. We never have any other question. That's the reason we never have any trouble. Because we never have any question. If you have any question, it's cause you trouble. So we never have any trouble, other question. That's the reason we never have any trouble. Very simple. As it is, as it is, as it is. No doubt at all. See, this much our daily life is very clear from what we think about trouble, question, problem. See? But unfortunately, people don't know much about this reality. It's very simple. When you face this, simple will just become what it is. The end. Nothing left at all. See? Very funny, very strange. People don't know much about reality. Even the people just hear what's the reality. People never understand it, even in concept. That's much. People don't know much about who you are, who they are. That's the reason we have to do that. Okay, we cannot avoid it. See? it's a totally, it's a totally difficult to do. See whether face it. See, simple as become as it. See? Nothing other thing. Nothing other things just happen. Come out. See? Just as it is. See? Definitely. The end. Okay. Very great. This cannot be someone else's concern. This is nothing concerned with others, but ourselves. See? Simply become as it is. See? By the essential self. See? What we think about the self become as it is. See? There is no separation. There is no separation. Without doing anything, without self, why do we have to be? Why do we have to be? Without doing anything, simply become as it is. As it is. See? People don't know much about it. Okay. Even when you even when you can't help out think, you cannot escape from yourself in such a situation. See, even you're confused, you're confused. What Shakyamuni Buddha's realization? See? People always try to just escape from, from the situation people just in. But very fortunate. See, Zen Master Dogen, all the other patriarchs, see, never escape, never escape from the situation. See? What's the situation that when I think, see, I simply become a Zen without doing anything. This reality. People, even people think, even people think too much, but never be able to figure out what it is. So people try to escape from situation, but Master Dogen or the patriarchs never escape, never try to escape. And then what they did is, see, they learned the truth, not by concept, but directly before thinking. This is the most important thing. See? Directly just face to the things just before the things come out. See? When I face this, I simply become as it. There is no separation. In other words, there is nothing exists. There is nothing exists at all. So what people think, oh, no, that is a misunderstanding. That is a misunderstanding. That is just there is that one, there is that one. That's a delusion. That's a delusion. Before recognition, nothing exists. See what you seek over, what you seek over the self. Even what you seek about the self never exists. That is no problem. See? But unfortunately, what people understand or people know much about the what it is after recognition. After recognition, after recognize the things, and then say, and there is a certain separation coming out, and there is certain things just come out. See what you think about the substance. See, oh, this is a coin, oh, this is a cotton. The people just recognize the substance of the thing. but that's a delusion. Before recognition, as I just always mentioned, what's happening? Nothing is over. Just as it is. Just as it is. Then once you just recognize the thing, there is certain separation between that and dead. See? Then you'll be able to just recognize everything. That is a delusion. That is a delusion. Before recognition. Yeah? There is nothing, nothing exists at all. There is no problem at all. Yeah? People never, even people never imagine this reality. That's the reason we have to do that. Then the more you do that, the more you just become one with it. And then eventually there is no separation between this and nothing exists. See? Then you'll be able to know much about what reality is. See what the essential self is. Otherwise, it's a totally impossible. That is Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. But people never understand. They never be able to understand this reality, even in concept, even in thinking of viewpoint. Okay. But directly before thinking, without relying on their own viewpoint, we totally forget about the thinking or viewpoint. That is another truth. Our activity is nothing concerned with thinking or a viewpoint. So you don't need to worry about. You don't need to worry about release thinking a concept. But people are totally attached to thinking. So see, the Beatrix say you have to just separate. You have to just separate from the thinking and so people are totally worried about it. It's a totally difficult to me to do it, for me to do it, because my existence is totally denied. Don't worry about that. Our activity is nothing concerned with thinking also. As Master Dogen just teaches, our activity is complete and universal, not a human being, not a human will activity. That's easy. You don't need to worry about. Let's go thinking about. So then you don't need to worry. If you can do it, then you'll be able to just encounter the essential self. This essential is tremendous. Very good, very incredible. This one is another human body. This one is the Dharma body. This Dharma body is become anything, become everything. Then becoming everything and totally just separating from everything. This is so great. See, becoming everything and becoming everything and separating from everything. Oh, so great. What this kind of things. See? that things, you'll be able to just realize what this one is. Okay, before thinking, without relying on their own viewpoint. This is known as a Hishidio. Hishidio is non-thinking. Without thinking. Without thinking. Without trying to do anything. Without thinking, without trying to do anything. We simply become positive. This is a hero. Non-thinking. Nothing concerned with thinking or thought. Very fortunately, without thinking, well, non-thinking is without self. We are simply just acting. We are simply acting without any reason. People always, what people think of what we are doing is, what we are doing is with or by some reason. This is totally misunderstanding. Without doing, without reason. Without reason, we are simply just acting. See? People don't know much about this really. That's it, the people always confused. Because always people are just trying to think of the reason why we are just doing, acting. Without any reason. I just simply talked about what we did. Without any reason. You are totally listening what the crazy Jinen just talking about. That's it. But all the people try to just find out the reason why. That's caused us trouble. Okay, this is known as Ishidio, or non-thinking. Without this, doesn't would be empty shell. Without self, non-thinking. You try to do something by zazen or with zazen. Zazen will be an empty shell, totally useless. Even you just do zazen thousand years, nothing happens. See, you never be able to encounter the essential self. That's reason. See, whatever thinking, just thinking a thought, just come out in our mind. See, simply let it go as it is. See, we have to do this, that. Otherwise, it's a totally useless. Okay. Genjo koan, the manifestation of ultimate reality, manifestation of ultimate reality is personally ascertain, whether the unavoidable right now is what we think it is. So that what the Genroshi teachers is when you feel this, when we face this, why this kind of things come up? Why these things come up? Why these things have to come up? We are doing. Why these things just come out? Why these things come up? If you can just have this question, if you can just have this question, you'll be able to just solve it. Solving it is awareing who you are. Otherwise, it's totally impossible. You never have any question. This is such a wonderful thing. One of you is I simply become as it is without doing, without self. See, this is such a wondrous thing, but people never have any question. See? That's the reason people never be able to figure out who we are. Once you have a question with this, you be able to just figure out who we are. But within thinking, you never have the question, unfortunately. That's the reason we have to do a zazen. The more you do zazen, the more the things that you face to just verify who you are. Verify who you are. That's the reason you have a question. You want to have a question. Oh, what do we think about? Other things just come out with the others. But that is not others. See, if you have this question, then you'll be able to just figure out, see, who you are. It's a totally difficult, but this is the most valuable thing for us to do. See? When you face the things you face, just verify who you are. And that's the reason we'll be able to just figure out who we are. This is us. People never understand it, but you don't need to worry about it. You simply do a zazen. See, what's a zazen in? What's a zazen in? Whatever just thinking thought just come out in your mind. That is without any reason. That's the reason we don't need to care much about anything. Simply let it go as it is. This is totally enough. Okay. To interfere with others means that there is a desire on your part. That things should be a particular way. So, yes, within thinking. You want to do something. Always you just want to do something. Yeah, I have to do it. I want to do everything. Because those kind of they come out in your mind is you totally care much, where you totally attach the thinking. Yeah? Once you just separate from the thinking, what you people thinking about, that's the things that never come out. Simply as it, we are trying to do anything. That's totally enough. That's totally enough. You'll be able to completely satisfied with everything. Yeah, you feel so great. Yeah, so easy. Yeah. Without doing anything. Once some monks just asked the very famous Zen master Sekto Kisen in China. See, what is a Buddha? What is a Buddha? Then Master Kisen just answered. See, whatever just what kind of just cloud? What kind of cloud blowing in the sky? The sky never intervene. Never intervene. That is a Buddha. See? Whatever just thinking or thought come out in our mind. See? If you just let it go as it is. If you can let it go as it is, that is a Buddha. You never have any trouble. Okay. So your troubles are not something found outside of you. They arise from the placing yourself at the center and dealing with things based on whether they suit your convenience or not. This is what you may say ego. Ego. But what you think about the ego never exists. See, what you think about the ego, ego self, never existed. That's a creation of thinking. Very fortunate. See, the more you think, what you think of what you want to do, then the more you just attach to what you study, what you think about, think of ego. The more you think of what you want to do, the more you just accept, or the more you just recognize what's the ego is. The ego is the creation of thinking. There is nothing exists. There is nothing exists. It's just happening in your mind. That's the reason just the evidence just thinking of so as it is. And then eventually the thing is completely disappear. Then what you think of the ego, so completely disappear as well. Nothing trouble at all. You attach it. Only you attach the thinking, so then you just recognize the ego self by thinking. That's it. Okay. Zen is a way to verify. Zen is a way to verify the nature of our true self. Anger, irritation, frustration, happiness, they are all the nature of our true self. We might seek the truth other than these, but these are the mere human. People care much about the anger, irritation, frustration, happiness, or whatever. See, people care much about this. But even anger, the irritation, frustration just come out without any reason. So people just angry quite much. That's it. Nothing left at all. But people just try to try to find out the reason why we are just angry or we are being frustrated. People always try to reason. This is totally useless. Without any reason. Anger, frustration, irritation, or happiness, or whatever. So come on. Without any reason. Without any reason. That is, we don't care much about anything. People don't know much about this because people just recognize this one as I or the self. That's the reason people are totally misunderstanding. That's the reason we have to do that. Very, very, very easy. But for people, it's totally difficult, unfortunately. So that's the reason the Jinen have to say, we might seek a truth other than these. See? We're gonna have a more if we do try to seek for the truth other than the it might cause us more trouble. But these are merely human thoughts because that's within thinking. So within thought, that is not a reality. We don't need to do anything. Simply just let it go as it is. That's totally enough. Okay, this one. Thank you so much. Flavia-san. Thank you so much. Very good. very, very bad. You never say so. Right. So yeah, so we're gonna see it one more time. The day after tonight. Right. See you later. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.